Lost with no way out? You're not alone, and the stats prove it. Do you know where to go when you have nowhere to go in 2025? In 2024, the number of people feeling trapped, whether financially, emotionally, or even physically, hit an all-time high. But the truth is, there's always somewhere to go. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you will know exactly where to turn when life feels impossible. In 2023, over 580,000 people in the US experienced homelessness, a stark reminder of how many people feel like they have nowhere left to turn. But homelessness is just one piece of the puzzle. More than 63% of Americans reported struggling with financial stress and mental health crises were on the rise, with 1 in 5 adults admitting that they had experienced significant feelings of hopelessness. These aren't just numbers, they're people, and maybe you're one of them. What if I told you that feeling like there's nowhere to go doesn't mean there's no hope? In fact, in 2024, we have seen an 11% increase in resources dedicated to helping people find a way out of their crisis, whether it's homelessness, mental health struggle, or financial ruin. Let's talk about the real options available to you in 2025, because no matter how dark things feel, there's always a way forward. For those struggling with homelessness, there are new and expanded services that weren't available just a few years ago. In 2023 alone, over 10,000 new shelter beds were added across the US, and emergency housing programs saw a 15% increase in funding. If you find yourself without a place to live, the first thing you should do is call 211, a free service that connects you to local resources for shelter, food, and healthcare. But it's not just about surviving the night. What about your long-term future? That's where programs like the Continuum of Care (COC) come in. The services, which have expanded across the country, help people not just find temporary shelter but transition into permanent housing. Whether you're dealing with job loss, a health crisis, or family struggles, these programs can guide you back towards stability. Now, if your battle is with financial stress, you are certainly not alone. By 2024, over 60 million Americans were living paycheck to paycheck, and the inflation spikes have only made things harder. But here's the good news. There are now more resources than ever to help you find a way out. Food banks across the US served over 4.5 billion meals in 2023, and government programs have expanded financial aid for housing, utilities, and childcare. One resource you may not have considered is local churches or community organizations. In 2024, these groups stepped up in a big way, offering not just temporary aid, but also job training programs that can help you rebuild. These programs saw a 20% increase in enrollment, giving people the skills they need to find new, higher-paying jobs in industries that are currently hiring. Let's not forget the mental health crisis that's been sweeping the nation. In 2023, mental health hotlines saw a 40% increase in calls, with millions reaching out for support. If you're feeling lost, isolated, or overwhelmed, you don't have to go through it alone. Services like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, now expanded to include text and chat options, have saved countless lives by connecting people to help they need when they need it most. And for those dealing with domestic violence, 2024 brought some crucial changes. Reports showed that 30% of women and 10% of men had experienced some form of intimate partner violence, and leaving a toxic relationship can feel impossible when you don't have anywhere to go. But new funding has increased the capacity of domestic violence shelters by 15%, providing more safe havens for people looking to escape abusive situations. These shelters not only offer a safe space but also legal help and counseling to support your journey towards freedom. If you are a veteran, you might be dealing with unique challenges. The Department of Veterans Affairs (VA) expanded its services in 2024, contributing to an 11% decrease in veteran homelessness. The VA now offers more housing assistance, mental health services, and job training programs, helping veterans get back on their feet and reclaim their lives. So what do? When you feel that you have hit the rock bottom, the first step is to reach out. The 211 hotline can connect you with local resources, but that's just the beginning. Job training programs, now more widely available than ever, can help you learn new skills and secure stable employment. And if you're dealing with emotional or mental struggles, don't hesitate to call a mental health hotline or find a support group in your community. One of the most powerful things you can do is to volunteer. Yes, even when you feel lost. Studies from 2023 show that volunteering reduces stress and depression. And many people who started by giving back to their community ended up finding a new sense of purpose and even job opportunities. But here's the truth. Feeling like there's nowhere to go is not the end. 2024 saw a 25% increase in people seeking help through shelters, food banks, and mental health services, providing that the world is full of people just like you who are making their way back from the brink. You're not alone, and the resources are there to guide you. In 2025, more doors are open than ever before. Whether you need a safe place to stay, financial aid, job training, or emotional support, help is closer than you think. The key is to take the first step. Don't wait until it's too late. Call, reach out, ask for help. Because once you do, you'll realize that there's always somewhere to go. You're stronger than you think, and with the right support, you can turn your life around.